What's up, y'all? Time for another tablet review with more Touhou art. I don't understand what the thing is with me doing Touhou art, specifically of characters in suits, and tablet reviews. Funnily enough, this is also a redraw, which, like the last tablet review I did, was also a redraw. Yomu in a suit is just something that works, but the original was made in November when I was in an art rut. And unfortunately, I forgot to start recording until after I'd finished the sketches for the redraw. But anyway, XP Pen has sent me their brand new Artist 22 2nd generation, which I'm going to be abbreviating as 2G for this review because it's kind of a mouthful. These are all strictly my opinions. They didn't pay me for this review aside from sending me the review copy of the tablet, so this is all just my honest thoughts on this model. And this thing is an absolute unit. It is 22 inches, about as big as my secondary monitor. It is very much a no-frills tablet. Doesn't have any express keys or dials or anything like that, and this isn't really a positive or a negative because it's just a design consideration because some people, like myself, don't actually use those express keys and the dials and stuff because we just use our keyboards. The tablet itself comes with an adjustable stand, which is also super nice, and very welcome, because now I don't have to deal with the glare of my ceiling lights bouncing off my tablet and into my eyes. The pens are all the same line that they've used before, lightweight, comfortable, and simple, and the case they come with is the same cylinder that's great for transport. The sticker on the pen, however, is very sticky, and to get it off, I would recommend using a little bit of oil or something, because, man, the adhesive really likes to stick on there. For the tablet itself, we have a lot of screen real estate to work with. The tablet is very bright and has a very rich color space. It was so bright that I actually had to turn it down a touch when I first got it. Each model I've received from XP Pen has been very accurate color-wise, and the Artist 22 2G continues this trend. Its color space is only like 2% smaller than the Innovator 16, which was actually my last tablet I reviewed, and the one I was using up before this point. The accuracy is also excellent, with minimal parallax around the corners, and I have zero complaints about the pen pressure. As is standard nowadays, it has 8,192 levels of pressure sensitivity, and also includes 60 degrees of tilt support. It could be that I'm just used to XP Pen's drivers for the pressure curves, but they've always felt natural to me and easy to adapt to after switching from other tablets. Coming from an Innovator 16, it's virtually no different. It comes with two cables to attach to the PC. It can support both a standard USB and a USB-C connection now. I have one USB-C slot on my PC, so I'm finally able to take advantage of it, and it has saved me a USB slot on the back, which I am very limited on. Other than that, plugging it in is pretty simple. You have your power adapter, your HDMI cable, and your USB connector. It also has a headset jack for some reason. The cables themselves are actually a little on the short side, which is a bit annoying, but I have just enough space to make it work. If you're a laptop user, this won't be an issue for you at all. It also comes with a cleaning cloth and a glove. Also, one little aside, this isn't specific to the Artist 22, it's just a general PSA for any screen tablet users. When your tablet is plugged in, see if it's still registering that the screen is on when you power it off. Some models turn off the entire tablet, which disconnects the monitor, and can lead to you having to detect the monitor when you turn it back on. Others only turn off the screen but keep on rendering it, which winds up being a drain on your video card. The Innovator 16 actually had this issue. To solve this one, you have to unplug it and then plug it back in. The Artist 22 fortunately fully shuts off the screen, which is good because unplugging it is not as easy, as the cables are all in the back instead of the side. It can still register pen inputs, but they'll operate like a non-screen tablet until you plug it in. There is a small weird behavior when powering it back on, as your computer will detect that there's a new monitor, but the drivers won't, until after you restart the drivers. This might be something that can be solved in a driver update, even if there's just a small little button that says identify, but for now you'll need to exit out and restart the drivers for them to notice the tablet. It's a pretty simple workaround. Beyond that, the drivers are as no frills as the tablet itself. Since there's no express keys, there's no extra windows. It just has a simple customizable screen mapping, and then the next tab is for the easy to set up pressure curve for the pen, as well as what keys you want to map the pen buttons to. The Artist 22 2G is brand new and is $470 in their store, which actually isn't that expensive for this size of tablet, the cost probably being brought down by the lack of bells and whistles. For someone like me, the simplicity is actually a bonus. There are a few considerations that you need to take into account before you get this tablet though. First, it's big, so you need to make sure you have the space for it, or that you're in need of a second monitor. Second, it also lacks express keys, so if that's something that you use regularly, you may want to wait for a model that has them, or go with a different model. Third, you have to restart the driver every time you turn it back on, which is not really a big deal, but it is something to be aware of. But aside from those issues, if those are not big deals, then this is an excellent model and is an incredible value. By my book, XP Pens routinely made great tablets, and the Artist 22 is no exception. They're not paying me to say any of this, they just gave me the review copy, and this is my honest opinion of this tablet. Anyway, here's Yomu in a suit. It's just kind of too natural of a fit. The redraw looks so much more dynamic and better proportioned than the original in my opinion. Art ruts are weird, but if you ever find yourself in one, just remind yourself that it will pass. Just because you're struggling to draw today doesn't mean that you won't be better tomorrow or next week. Everybody kind of goes through cycles with their art. Anyway, patrons can get access to the full-res version, and a 1080p wallpaper version will be up on my Newgrounds. Also, I still have yet to play any Touhou game. Also, I love you. Bye.